Sometimes planners, we get stressed. You can then water the rest of the garden. Just let them. This one hit me like a ton of bricks. Jicama is fire. Girl, why were you yapping? You didn't know the world yet. Hey guys, it's Laurel, and you are watching this on my 29th birthday. I used to be so scared of being this age, but as life goes on, I realized that life is short, but it's also very, very long, and age is just a fucking number. Speaking of numbers, though, every year on my birthday, I like to film the same kind of video. I think it's fun to look back on and realize how much I've changed throughout the years, to see who I was as a person and what has shaped me as a person up till this point. I think I originally got this idea from Jenna Marbles, and I've been doing it for a few years now. I don't know if I agree with everything I said when I turned 26, 27, whatever. I think that this video in particular is always a really good benchmark for where I am as a person on my birthday every year. So I hope you enjoy this video. I'm gonna get into it. These videos are always very long and they get longer every year because this is 29 things I've learned in 29 years. Oh my God. Number 1, if you have something nice to say, say it. I'm sorry. Why are we out here being shy? Life is too short, and not enough people are getting told nice things on a daily basis. Everybody is so self-centered in a way that our worlds revolve around us. I think that people are out here receiving compliments all the time, and it honestly just isn't true. Even if you have something super nice to say to a total stranger, what's the worst thing that can happen? You might make their day 10 times better. Maybe they don't react well. Maybe they don't hear you. Maybe they don't take compliments very well. But hey, at least you said, I'm going to put something nice out into the world because I felt it and I wanted to say it. And it could end up being the highlight of someone's day. Number 2, sometimes things not going as planned is a beautiful little blessing. Here's an example. I do a subathon every year, and it's never gone as long as it has this year. And I was not expecting it. And therefore, my whole life has been put on hold for this subathon. I literally had to pause the subathon so I could film this video. But you know what? It has been a really beautiful blessing. Every day I wake up and I get to see you guys, and we have a fun time. We get to talk and learn more about each other. And it's a little blessing. I'm having so much fun just like hanging out with you guys daily. And I never thought that this would happen. I think that number 2 is also just like a good reminder that sometimes going with the flow is important for a happier, healthier life. Sometimes planners, we get stressed. But isn't it nice to not always be in control? Number 3, trying to prove your worth to someone who has already made up their mind about you is just a waste of time. Truly, guys, it doesn't matter. You don't need to be liked by everyone. You're not going to be liked by everyone. And be honest, do you like everyone? No. If somebody's already made up their mind about you, you don't need to prove anything to them. You know who you are. You know who you want to be. You know what your intentions are. And you're the only person that you need to prove that to. That person is not worth your time. Stop giving them your energy. Stop giving them that power. Number 4, let them. Let them talk. Let them cheat. Let them make mistakes. Let them be jealous. Just let them. Okay? Again, isn't it beautiful to let go of control? Let people show their own colors. That is not your responsibility. It's not your responsibility to prove to everybody that that person is talking shit, that that person is blah, blah, blah. And if you're one of those people who you're constantly worried that your partner is going to cheat, let them, because the person that's right for you wouldn't. And so you want them to show their true colors so that you don't spend extra fucking time with them. You know what I mean? The sooner they show who they are, the sooner you can get out of there. Let them be themselves. Let them talk shit so you can find out about it so you know who your real friends are. Seriously, guys, since I've been letting them, life has been so much easier. And it's so much easier to weed out who actually cares about me and who actually is here for the right reasons. Number 5, most people can't, won't, or really struggle to take their own advice. This also includes your favorite influencers, your idols, your celebrities. You go online and you watch videos about advice. You watch my videos. I have to rewatch my own videos to take my own advice. All of us are human. Your favorite idols, your favorite celebrities, they all poop out their ass. They've all shit. They've all had the runs. Okay? They've all forgotten to brush their teeth once or twice. They have given great advice and not taken it. I guess what I'm trying to say about this one is be careful about putting people on pedestals, but also when you watch videos of creators giving advice, just know that They're not living by those rules 100% of the time, and they're struggling just like you struggle. Number 6, how you feel about someone and how they make you feel are two different things. And it's important to check in with yourself and make sure you know how people are making you feel. Number 7 is one I know that you have heard before. I've heard it a million times before, but this year I really took it to heart because I finally fully understood it. Number 7, you show people how to love you. It is so easy to treat people like crap when they treat themselves like crap. It is so difficult to treat someone like crap who doesn't allow anyone to treat them like crap. Not only that, but when you are so secure in your own skin, loving yourself, taking care of yourself, you're not going to let anyone take care of you less than you take care of yourself. You're not going to settle for less than how well you love yourself. I know it's easier said than done. I know some days it's really hard to love ourselves, but I'm hoping that some of the things that I say in this video makes it a little bit easier, because some of these things have made it a little bit easier for me. Number 8, you can know someone for a long time, let's say 3 to 5 years, and they can still be a stranger. I'm not saying that everybody is out here lying and being malicious. But one thing that I have learned is true, especially through making friends on the internet, friends with content creators. And this isn't just because content creators are influencers and they're networking. This is just because you don't spend time with those people 24/7. People are really good at hiding who they are, whether it's malicious or not. If you aren't having real deep conversations with people, you don't know much about them. If you haven't traveled with someone, you definitely don't know what they're like under some certain stressful situations. If you haven't seen how that person interacts with all different friend groups of theirs, they're still kind of a stranger. I say this as a warning to remember that people can still be strangers, and it is important to treat them as such sometimes. You can have loving, beautiful, connecting relationships and still understand that you still don't know each other that well yet. Maybe that's not advice everybody wants, but I do think as an oversharer, it is smart to remember to keep those walls up, hunty. Keep those walls up. You don't have to do it with everyone, but make sure before you're sharing that stuff that is not a stranger. I've learned the hard way that I could be friends with someone for 3+ years and they show me their great side. And then I find out from other people that they have a horrible, horrible side because they're still a stranger. You can still be wrong about people that you are so sure about. And it's really sad. And now for something completely different. For number 9, buy the toy. Buy the sex toy. Buy the vibrator. Buy the thing that's going to help you learn more about yourself. Again, this is about not settling for less, guys. If you know how to take care of yourself, then you're not going to let people not take care of you. You can take care of you. And it might be better than you've ever experienced. And you need to know that. You need to know that so that from here on out, you only receive the best. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Guys, life is too short to not be getting taken care of. I need a burp. Excuse me. Number 10, I need a burp again. Excuse me. Okay, number 10, it should be and is a turnoff when people don't want to get to know me. I have been single for a while now. I'm back in the dating pool. And you know what? I have been undiagnosed autistic for most of my life. And now being diagnosed, I've seen the pattern. I've seen the people who see this version of me before they actually get to know me and they fall in love with the thought of me. You know what I mean? This isn't just about, people who've been manic pixie dream girled. In general, if people don't want to get to know you, that should be an ick, right? People should want to ask you questions. People should want to know what makes you passionate. People should want to hear about your hobbies, even if they don't have the same hobbies. Especially if you're looking for romantic connection, they should love that you're passionate about something, even if it's not something they're passionate about. I will scream this one from the rooftops, guys, but number 11 is seeking out joy is not selfish. Being filled with joy and love and gratitude positively affects the people around you. Okay? So if people are seeing you being your most genuine, authentic self and they feel jealousy or they feel like you're fake or ingenuine, that's on them, babe. That's not on you. You're not being selfish. You're not being weird. Okay? You're not just taking care of yourself. You are watering your flower so that you can then water the rest of the garden. Number 12, this one hit me like a ton of bricks, and I think it's really beautiful and really important. If you're out here actively trying to learn how to love yourself, you already love yourself. I'm gonna just let that one sink in. When I heard that, I felt like my world was shattered. And I think it's beautiful. If you are actively trying to learn to give yourself self-love, self-care, self-compassion, you already love yourself, babe. Ooh, number 13. Number 13, y'all. You can be certain about something for a very long time. You could be loud about an opinion for a long, long time and still be wrong. Let me tell you, as somebody who has been loud and opinionated on the internet since the age of 16, I've done this. There's a lot of opinions I've said loudly on Twitter, loudly on the internet that I don't fucking agree with now. Girl, why were you so loud? Why were you yapping? You didn't know the world yet. I think it's really important to remember that at any moment we are operating with just the tools and the understanding of the world that we have at that time. And so while I'm embarrassed that I've been wrong about things in the past, I have to forgive myself because I didn't know better. Now I do. And what we do with that new knowledge is we take it and we learn from it and we move forward better for it. Number 14, I think it's all been a little heavy for a while, so I'm going to go with a banger, okay, for number 14. K-pop is fire. And I should have listened to it a lot sooner. Listen, I know K-pop isn't for everybody. I'm grateful for the people who've stuck around even when it hasn't been for you. But guys, fuck. Seeking joy isn't selfish. I said that before, right? Listen to the music that brings you joy. Indulge in the content and the media that brings you joy. That's what I be doing now. And K-pop is fucking fire. Slay. And you know what? This actually brings me to my number 15. Some songs are genuinely healing. Like, there are some songs that it is just impossible to be sad listening to. Quite literally, I have filmed myself having a full-on mental breakdown in the car while listening to God Is Music by 17. And that shit will just pull you out of it so fast. Some songs have healing properties, okay? And that's why music is so important. This is why I tend to only listen to happy music nowadays, because it will literally shape your whole day. It will shape your whole mindset. Another reason why I think you should all try getting into K-pop, because some of the happiest songs in K-pop are such fucking bops and so fucking fun. Number 16, inner you cannot run away. What do I mean by that? Every day we are with ourselves. Every day we wake up with ourselves, and every night we go to bed with ourselves. And there's this little you inside of you that hears every mean thing you say about yourself. They hear the good things you say too, but let's be honest, we're not saying the good things as much as we're saying the bad things. And if you're constantly leaving this person trapped in a echo chamber of unkind things, babe, that's abuse. You're abusing little you. You're being hurtful and mean and toxic, and you don't want your friends to be treated like that. You don't want your loved ones to be treated like that. So why are you treating little you like that? It's not just about your inner child. It's about that voice in your head and your heart and your soul that hears it every day. Guys, this is something that ever since I've heard it, it has completely rewired my brain chemistry. Every time I talk about it, I get emotional because I have been so unkind to her. And they deserve better, because I would never, ever do that to somebody else. So why am I doing it to me? Anyway, I don't want to ruin my makeup. Please hold. Number 17. Now, this is just a silly little goofy one that I learned a few months ago. Jicama is my favorite vegetable. And I don't know if I can even get it in Texas, but when I was visiting my parents, they had it in their refrigerator, and I think I ate a whole jicama every day. I don't know if that's healthy, but why is it a vegetable? I mean, is it a vegetable or is it a fruit? It tastes like a fruit, but my parents were saying it was a vegetable. Anyways, it's so sweet, and you can cut it like little carrot sticks and just chow down. Like, that was my snack of choice the whole trip. Guys, jicama is fire. Number 18, I'm pretty sure was on my list last year, but I have to repeat it because I often forget it and I know everybody else does. We've joked about this on the internet and it's fucking annoying because it's fucking true. The stupid walk for your stupid mental health, stupid works. The stupid workout for your stupid anxiety, stupid works. The stupid endorphins that you stupid receive for stupid being active, stupid makes you happy. I have never once regretted a workout. I know it's really hard to convince ourselves to get there and to do it and to continue to do it, but the feeling afterward is so important. This has been one of the darkest years of my life for a few reasons. We don't need to get into it. I've talked about it in my health update video. But once I got active again, my whole world shifted and flipped on itself. And now I am making sure it is always a priority, because truly, I don't ever want to be who I was 6 months ago ever again. So we're going to keep following that joy. And sometimes to get that joy, you have to release some endorphins. Number 19, change is inevitable, but what is scarier is staying the same. Seriously, guys, I know that big changes and stepping out of your comfort zone is really scary, but wouldn't you be more upset if 10 years from now you were in the same spot, doing the same thing, working the same job, feeling the same way, not changing at all as a person, not growing at all as a person, not growing in relationships with people, not connecting more with people, not meeting new people, not visiting new places? Staying stationary is far more scary. Hey, that rhymed. Wait. I didn't read it. Number 20. Sometimes people sharing their hobbies and their interests are not about you. I say this with so much love in my heart. I know that it's not always the easiest to connect with people that you don't have a whole lot of interests with. But if you care about your friends, you should want to hear about the things that bring them joy. I had an example in chat the other day. Someone came into chat and was like,
I'm really sick of my mom always talking about these K-pop boys. I don't get it. I'm not into K-pop.
Don't you love your mom? And at her age, isn't it exciting that she has something that she's passionate about and that's giving her joy and she's having so much fun being a part of? We don't always need to hear your side. We don't always need to know that you don't like a thing that we like. In fact, sometimes that's downright disrespectful. Let us enjoy things. And you know what? Be a part of it. Whether that's going to a class with your friends where they're learning more about their hobby, or whether it's listening about that class that they went to. You don't always have to be involved physically. You don't always have to indulge the way that they do. Just listen to them when they want to talk about it. Let people talk and listen. It is not about you. It's not about you. They just want to share because they love you and they want you to be happy that they're happy. Number 21, self-discipline is self-love and self-compassion, but self-punishment is not. What do I mean by this? Every morning I should be getting up before 10 a.m. because when I sleep in, I know it always makes me feel rushed for the day. It makes me feel like I don't have enough time. It makes me feel like blah, 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 blah. Oh, shoot, I slept in until 11. Well, my whole day is ruined and it's my fucking fault. And I did that. I kept hitting snooze and I'm a horrible person. And now this whole day is thrown away. Do you see the difference? Self-punishment has not bettered your life at any moment in time, so why would it now? Madness is repeating the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. Give yourself self-love and compassion. Work on discipline. Work on doing the thing that is going to better your life. But when you fuck it up, don't punish yourself for it. You're still human. You're still human. Number 22, something that I never understood adults did. I didn't get it. Every time, I always said, one day if I like this, I will be an adult. So I guess I'm a fucking adult. Did you guys know that Greek yogurt is actually fire? Here's the thing. I hated it my whole life. But what I wasn't doing was I wasn't adding stuff to it. Greek yogurt on its own is still pretty meh, and it's stinky and a little weird. But when you add stuff to it, give it a little crunch, give it a little sweetness, add some fruit, add some granola, add some almonds, add some peanut butter. Guys, you have a whole fucking dessert. That is a dessert that is filled with protein. So that's a dessert that's good for your brain. And you know what? It's a probiotic, so it's good for your tummy. It's not always low in calorie, but honestly, calories should be least of our worries. We should be worried about the nutrients that we're receiving from our food. Maybe that's controversial, but that's how I feel. Number 23, if it makes you happy, it doesn't matter what other people think about it. If it makes you happy and you're not hurting anyone, it does not matter how other people feel about it. Who cares? 24 is maybe not for everyone, but it's been helpful for me because I don't always process mentally. I have to verbally process things. I have to really let things out like really talk about things before I can really work through them. Therapy isn't affordable for everyone, and dumping everything on your friends is not fair. Sometimes your friends want to hear about it because they want to help you, but sometimes they don't have the capacity for it. Number 24, talk to yourself because it can actually help. If you're alone in your home, you're alone in your room, just talk out loud to yourself. I know it feels really weird at first. I am not going to lie. It feels really weird. If you want to make it like an acting exercise instead of like I'm just talking to myself thing, sometimes I'd be in the shower acting out literal situations I've had with someone, but pretending like I'm there to talk to myself through it because I don't know how I feel about that situation. Did I actually feel safe? Did I actually feel comfortable? Was that actually what I wanted to do in that moment, or was I only doing it because everybody else wanted to? Blah, blah, blah. Talk to yourself. Just say it out loud. Pretend that you and yourself are two different people and they're having a conversation, okay? Or if that's weird for you, literally just, instead of thinking it, say it out loud. It has helped me a lot. A lot. Because you know what? Sometimes I realize that I just need to yap and I need to let it out. And I'll get on FaceTime with Mara and I'll spend like 10 minutes yapping and she's just listening. And I'm like, oh, that could have just been something I said to myself. She didn't need to hear it. I just needed to say it. Is that an autistic thing? Or is that an ADHD thing? Or is that just a me thing? I don't know. Number 25 is really huge and really important, okay? You can start over. You can reset. You can reevaluate. At any time. You can do it at any age. You can do it any time of the year. You can do it in the middle of the week. I do not give a shit. If at some point something clicks and you go,
I don't know if this is the right path for me anymore.
Okay, that is the beginning of that journey. Let's get started. What needs to happen? You need to reshift. You need to reevaluate. And that can happen at 28, because that happened to me. That can happen at 40. That can happen at 16. That can happen in the middle of college when you're currently studying something that you realize you are not passionate about anymore. That can happen at any time. Deciding that you're going to reevaluate is a form of self-care and self-compassion. Because once again, we are what? Human. And we what? Make mistakes. And we what? Learn and change, okay? So change, reevaluate, shift. Don't stay stationary just because you feel like you have to. Truly, none of these things ever come at a good time. You just gotta do it. Number 26. The best time to show somebody that you are a safe person is when you guys are heated in an argument and you are pissed at each other. Some of you guys might not understand that, but the people who have understood trauma understand that. Actions speak louder than words. And if you truly care about somebody, an argument is always the pathway leading to a healthier connection. And it shouldn't be about taking shots at each other. Number 27, not all art is a masterpiece, but that does not mean that it is not art. What do I mean by this? Journaling is not the same as writing a novel, but journaling is just as important and just as creative and just as beautiful. Doodles are not paintings you're gonna sell to one day be in the Louvre, but it is an act of creativity. It is an act of art, and you are creating something beautiful regardless. Learning to be a songwriter. Those songs aren't all going to win Grammys, but that doesn't mean it's not art. This also, hey guys, this also goes for you. You're not perfect, but that doesn't mean that you're not art. Arguably, I would say that doesn't mean that you're not a masterpiece. Number 28, the vibes, the sounds, the world, the people you surround yourself with matters. And it absolutely shapes your daily life. I brought this up a little bit earlier. Listening to happy music is going to make your vibe of your day a little bit happier. Listening to sad music, I'm sorry, is going to make you feel a little bit more emotional. But I don't just mean this. Like, if you're listening to podcasts all the time and all the podcasts you're listening to are about gossip or drama or about who's the asshole, because I do this a lot, then all the time you're going to be thinking about like who's the asshole in that situation or who's talking shit about me and who's the blah, 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 because you're prioritizing those thought processes. You're prioritizing that brain chemistry. So I think it is important to also make sure that you're consuming media, listening to podcasts, listening to music that pushes you towards a happier, healthier version of you. This can also be as simple as only following people on social media that don't make you feel bad about yourself. Only being friends with people who you can be your whole self with. I have unfollowed so many celebrities this year and so many influencers because they have had some new toxic mindsets that they've developed over time, right? Stop comparing yourself to other people. And the number one way to do that is to surround yourself with people who don't compare themselves to you. Surround yourself with people who don't think of you as competition. What surrounds you shapes you. Ooh, that's what it should be called. Number 28 should be what surrounds you shapes you. And number 29, last but not least, and I think it's really important because we talk about bettering ourselves so much here. But I think it's really important to remember who you are right now is always enough. Who I am right now is always enough. Fuck it, guys. Say it to yourself in the mirror. Repeat after me. You, as you are right now, you are enough. I know we're always working towards being a better version of ourselves, but truly, if we're always focusing on that version of ourselves that we want to be, we are not appreciating this version of ourselves now. And they are a work of art. They are a masterpiece. Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching my content. If any of this resonated with you, let me know in the comments. Man, I really, truly mean it. Like, I'm almost 30. Life is short, but it's really long and also, like, really beautiful, especially when you just start letting things go and living life as your truest self. That's what I'm trying to do. And I'll say it again. I'm not perfect. I'm not always taking my own advice, but I'm trying to. I love making these videos. They always make me feel a little bit better. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe if you're new. Let your friends know. If you feel like this video needs to be shared with someone, let them know. And consider watching my other content. Consider following my other social medias. I'll see you guys very soon on the YouTube's latest skaters. Let's grow and love ourselves together, friends. Slay!